Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Leal. My voice isn't good today, but today is January 23rd, and the Sun had its union with Pluto in Aquarius. In a few days, it is going to do, Mars is going to do this, that already entered in the sign. And in fact, its entrance is pretty important because yesterday I was commenting that Mars is a ruler of Aries, and in a few days, we have the definite entrance of Neptune to Aries. Therefore, it is going to be Mars in Aquarius, the one that is accompanying this initial phase that we are going to feel a lot. And something that I've been anticipating is that from the past new moon in Capricorn, we have this constant of events that are very moving, but not all of them are going to feel, we're going to feel them the same. At this moment, we have quite a lot of Plutonian energy. We are feeling this very strong because Pluto it was activated by one planet after another, almost in a simultaneous way. And what are shown right now, our unconscious attachments that we are sustaining still in the present, other aspects that, the more rejection that we have to see or to integrate them, the more they are becoming bigger or intensified, so we are facing them. These phases could be a little bit, they could bring a little bit of tiredness because as human beings we have this tendency to resist them, but everything is synchronized, so this purge can happen, so we can create a space for this new beginning that we have with the conjunction between Saturn and Neptune in Aries in February, and that goes hand in hand with the eclipse season. Everything is happening at the same time, so we cannot move forward to those new experiences that the soul desires to transit if we are attached to those perceptions, situations, or people that are not in resonance with the being that is being revealed in each one of us. And of course, if these experiences are draining our energy, are vampires of energy, we cannot expect that we can move forward or reequilibrate other areas of life, because our energy is limited in this plane, and that's why we need to learn to preserve it and to recognize where to direct it in favor of our inner growth, which is the one that is reflected in the external, in the time that each one of us requires. So other thing linked with Mars and Pluto, it is that, sometimes situations could be presented, situations that we don't control, that could generate that sensation of being powerless. So a lot of anger and frustration could emerge, and if we need to transit those emotions, we do so, we feel them, we allow them to circulate throughout the body. But also it's important to look ways of discharging that through physical movement in an intense way, especially these days with moon in Aries. So we can move this energy. But it is important to remember that if a situation right now cannot be forced to be the way we want or to be different, it is because we need to change inside. And with Pluto, we are not talking about human morals. This is not about what we believe that is correct or incorrect. Things that are presenting are there because they are impulsing the destruction of an obsolete form in which we were inhabiting our experience. So a new reborn can be enabled. Even if we don't understand the higher reasons, it is a key to open to them because they are responding to this energetic network. And because in many cases, life is pushing us to get rid of something that already didn't possess life or was representing only an attachment that didn't allow us to grow. This is the death, a death that is putting us precisely where we need to be to approach the next phase of our lives. And we could be talking about endings of relationships, projects, a job. And it is not that life is retiring that to prevent the person to move forward. On the contrary, it is the person not being able to grow in that way. But when we are very close to those purposes of the cosmos, could be that people entering in these power struggle battles to recover something that it is not a part of what their soul came here to do. And even, many times when we talk about Pluto, this could be given in context of abuses of power. In certain situations, this is something that you need to recognize, but in certain situations, many times it is best to not invest energy into allow life to take to be in charge of that, because when we truly connect with what we need to do genuinely in the present, this means from the soul, not from the ego attached to a perception, the energy can be transformed. Things, whatever thing that we thought that we were losing can be restored, but in a evolution. I don't know the word right now. Yeah, in a better way, in a different way in our reality. So in other cases, there could be people that are called to establish boundaries, to act in a genuine way, or not allowing other people to force them or manipulate them in a dynamic that could be toxic or destructive. But it is evident that there are decisions or things that we need to manage on the inside regarding frustration or anger, that we need to give an space, because many times we are rejecting these emotions because they are uncomfortable, of course, and this is what we need right now, so the body and the soul can be free, and also trusting in the initiatives that we are called right now to follow, because we are entering this big period of the planetary ascension. I put this name to put the process in a structure. I'm not saying this because of these specific days, but referring to the 2026 in general and what it comes. And I am not saying this to be afraid of something. And if fear appears, we just simply embrace it, and we remember that we are in this world just in an experience. But our souls came here, chose to incarnate in here at these times to open new quantic lines of possibilities, of evolutionary possibilities. We came here to open new ways and to co-create a different world from a different degree of awareness. And this starts with us. And this requires the seek and the recognition of our functions in the process, so we can collaborate with each other in a genuine way. Again, this is not the collaboration or the help that we are offering because of conditionings or because we are seeking validation, external validation. So the planetary network is operating with this invisible, I don't know the word in English today, I'm forgetting a lot of words, but with this invisible energy. And while we choose to align ourselves with that function, the cosmic intelligence is positioning us with the people and in the places where we can learn and serve the best to this collective transcendence. Thank you, everyone. Sorry for my English. See you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.